I'm Fast Eddy, and we're going to talk today about the pellet grill, the PG1000, the LHT and HHT settings on the control board. What LHT stands for is low heat time, and HHT stands for high heat time. What the LHT stands for is low heat time, and that's basically what a pilot light is and keeps the grill running. So what we're doing is we're having the minimal amount of fire as possible just to keep the grill lit. The way to check what the LHT setting is, you hold the up and down arrow in together for 5 seconds and you'll see it come up on the control board and show LHT. Then you release and it shows 10. What 10 stands for is 1.0 seconds. It's a 15-second cycle, so it means 1 second on and 14 seconds off. How you get to the HHT setting is you hold the up and down arrow in for 10 seconds. Here again, we have the arrows pressed down. In 5 seconds, you see the LHT come up, but do not release them. You keep them held down, and the HHT will come up. You release it, and it defaults at 100. Is the factory settings. Now you can custom set it yourself, and what you will do is it's in half-second increments. You up or down the arrow while the numbers are on the faceplate, and then you can customize your own setting. Here again, I'll come back and go to the HHT setting. And I will arrow up, and it'll go to a maximum of 150. That means that it will not cycle off at 150. There's no off time. It's just going to feed fuel constantly. What I'm going to do is show you at the 150 setting how much fire is in here on the charbroiler. This is the highest setting that you will possibly have. So you can run that up if you're wanting to sear like steaks or get the charbroiler to a super high temperature. You may want to change your HHT setting to be able to do that. This is what your fire pot will look like at the 150 setting. As you can tell, it's extremely hot. What I'm going to do now is change the HHT setting back to the factory 100 and show you what it'll look like then. Okay, this is what your fire pot will look like at the 100 setting on the HHT. As you notice, it's quite a bit tamer of a fire at this setting. This is the setting that I do most of my grilling at, especially if I'm cooking in the 400 to 450 degree range. Okay, we're going to change the HHT from 100. I'm going to bring it down to 40. A lot of time when I'm cooking at the temperatures between 200 and 250 degrees, I'll use the 40 setting. And what we're doing is making a lot smaller fire, and it's going to keep our temperatures a whole lot closer to our set temp range and give us a very small swing by being able to size that fire down and make it a lot smaller by being able to lower that HHT setting. Okay, at the 40 setting on the HHT, this is how your fire pot will normally look and how low the fire will be in it. As you can tell, it's a lot lower BTUs, and this is why we're going to get a whole lot closer temp on the swing on that setting. Okay, we're going to talk a second about the LHT, and we don't really do much with the LHT, but if you have a problem with the unit going out, you might want to raise it a half a second or a full second. Reason why we like to customize that is because different grades of fuel on the market, some won't put out quite the amount of heat, some make more ash than others, some you may have to need a little bit more fuel to come out. So you change it in very small increments, maybe a half a second at a time, but the default of 10 usually works okay. Now we try to keep the pilot light as small as possible because that cycle of fuel coming in on top of a very small amount of fire is what really makes the unit smoke extremely nice. Well, I hope this little bit of video takes the mystery out of the LHT and HHT settings of the PG1000 Pellet Grill. It'll come to you real easily once you start using your unit. You can look us up on the web at www.cookshack.com, and you can order direct from us online.